Just got off work. It's 10 o'clock. Let's go catch some summer bass.
And the first one. First little one on the frog. Got his ass. A little one. Oh, little one. A little skinny too. I kind of want to real quick. Let's go check this one. It's all about that. Let's do that. Let's do the shaky at this point. First cast with the shaky. Not really a bad one either. That's probably a keeper. Yeah. Hey. Probably 13. Shaky worm. That's a good bite. He's definitely a keeper. Whoa. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's a better one. Got that swim jig in his. That's a better one. Swim jig fish. Happy seeing. I really want to cast that, but I guess that works. Absolute tank on the drop shot. Of course. That's why I throw drop shot, kids. I catch absolute danks. Look at that tank, guys. Look at him. You wanna drop him again? Do you wanna hang out? Okay. He's giving up. So this is the real reason right here, guys, why I like these pins. See, I still got tungsten weight. This is 1/8 ounce, but I don't have to worry about it being floating away. Especially you saw those little ones. Those little ones would like to throw these. I guess their job. So because I have these, now I can just take a pair of pliers because it clips on so good, honestly. Jesus. Sometimes I gotta bend the actual clip out to get these guys out. There we go. And then you go in your box. Hope your box is as unorganized as mine right now. Put it down there. And then you grab your new weight, your 1/4 ounce. Pop it on. So then that's my dip up and all that. If you don't have a problem with your losing the clip-on weights, then just use those. But I always have a problem losing them. And it's 1/4, so I'm not gonna just bum it. Look at that. Drag it a little loose. Back to just catching dinks. Yep. Hello, Mr. Dink. How are you? I'm doing good, thank you for asking. No little one. I'm a bait. Think I've killed me, yeah. God's great, beer's good, and I love my wife. Shout out to the wives. Father's Day weekend. Father's Day. Shout out to all the dads out there. I'm lucky enough to have 2 awesome dads to raise me. So definitely some privilege I have there. That was a passive first. Oh, there it was. It's looking good. Oh, frogfish. I don't know if the audio picked it up, but I heard some tree thing. It sounded like someone was in the trees. And I said, man, I hope that was a bass. And all of a sudden, I'm sorry, little boy. I thought you were bigger than that. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sorry, little bud. So sorry. How hard he hit that. He fucking smacked it. Excuse my language. Hope I can zoom in. He crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Damn. Hey, a fish. Jesus. Reeling in my... That's what I'm doing wrong. I'm supposed to swim a Senko. I was reeling in there. That's so dumb. Reeling in my Senko. Any bit. You guys haven't seen these yet. I'll show you. These Arsenal bands. Everything's hot because it's hot out. Arsenal bands are awesome. Band color is clear, of course, because then I can use it on everything. But they do make a green pumpkin one as well. Oh, special pliers. The only downfall technically with this is you gotta use these special pliers. You can probably use normal pliers, but these work the best because these are actual Arsenal ones. So because this has a fat on the right side, we're going to take this, go on the thin side, and go right in the middle. And let it drop. On there, around. So it's a little loose because it's kind of skinny. I think these are 5 millimeters, I think is what these are. But the really nice thing is that Senko, I've been running that Senko for like over a month now. And I probably have like 15-20 fish on it. They just last a lot longer. So there's a pocket rocket reaction. So we're going to go, we'll go black down. So then you just try to rig it up best you can. There we go, black down. So that's it. But you can see how it's way wider. When you run O-rings, it lessens how much pressure is getting pulled, so you cut your bait faster. They're technically better than just running straight, but these Arsenal bands are awesome.
What a pretty fun afternoon after getting off work on a Saturday. You know, it was 10 o'clock by the time I got to the lake and everything. It was 11:30, so fished for about 4 hours, and overall, can't really complain too much for the day. No bigs, one decent keeper on the swim jig, but let's kind of go into some of the combos and I'll explain kind of where I was fishing and what I'm looking for when I fish in the summertime on these lowland reservoirs. So first combo, which has only caught one fish, was the best fish of the day. A little over 15 inches, but that's on that Dobbins Maverick 733. Been talking about it for a while for the past month. This is probably one of my favorite swim jigs rod so far. Got a Lew's LFS 30-pound braid, 16-pound leader. And it's the same swim jig, same, literally everything. So when I say it's the same swim jig, this is literally the same one I've been throwing for a month. This is the same keeper, same trailer. With that screw lock, your plastics last a very long time. You know, Kitex and stuff, you'll get your tails ripped up, but these Berkley power bait power stingers have been holding up really well, really good action. With it being a thicker plastic, you're gonna bait a good shimmy. You can kind of see my head's a little crooked today. We'll probably swap this. Probably eventually have to retire this swim jig. I've thrown it so many times, hit so many docks and trees with it. I'm finally bending the head a little bit, but it's still swimming pretty good right now, and our water's dirty, so not too worried about it. But that swim jig will be near retired soon. Another one fish catcher today was the old shaky head. Caught that nice, probably about a keeper, close to a keeper, 13.5, 14 inch. I forget which head these are. I can't remember if these are, I just don't remember. But they're a tungsten head. So this is actually a 1/4 ounce, but it's a lot smaller because it's tungsten. It's got a nice medium light wire hook on it. And then that's the June bug and net baits, 6 inch T-Mac. Really good shaky head. Not my favorite shaky head worm in the world, but been want to try it out, and they're working really, really good. And that's on that Dobbins Caden 713 spinning rod. Been really liking these for shaky head so far. Been a nice killer combo. I've only caught 2 shaky head fish on it, but I've caught other fish on this combo. But overall, really nice combo. And that's that Stratic I got on April Fool's Day when Tackle Warehouse was selling these for about 120 bucks, so been loving that strat. I definitely want to get the newest version as well. And what caught most of the dinks on today was, of course, the old drop shot rig. Love it for summertime. Running a longer leader right now. Just trying to get a little bit higher depth in it. Showed you on the water how nice those Great Lake Finesse keepers are. You saw how I swapped out 1/8 ounce a quarter, and I can still run a loop design but not affect my depth. And that's that Matt Caden 712 medium light. Love this rod for shaky or drop shots, and I love it for small swim baits too. They don't label this rod as a drop shot rod, but all their 2-power is really good. And then that's a Shimano Marvel. Really nice, cheaper end line of reels. It's more on their finesse line, so it's really light. It's a pretty much a Stratic finesse version, a lot more plastic in it. It's got MGL spool in it, some aluminum internals, but a lot of plastic. But I've had this for about a year, and it's been holding up really well. So as a finesse reel, really highly recommend it for that under 150 price point. And the most fun, of course, is frogging. So this is the Dobyns Champion 735. Really good frog rod, really comfortable. It is kind of expensive frog rod. I mean, you're looking at $250, $260. It's kind of ridiculous spending that much money for a rod you're using for topwaters, but it's a lot lighter of a rod because it's higher quality materials, higher quality blank guides. So the decrease in the weight makes it comfortable to throw. I mean, it was pretty warm today, but I'll still be able to throw frog pretty much all day and walk it and not get tired. If you're wondering, yeah, new reel. Actually, I've already done a video with this reel on the water. It was the Wednesday night Big Bass tournament, but that was this past Wednesday, so you don't get to see that video until next week. But I've already had it out now twice. Really love having a Shimano Tranx 150. You get to see all the real reasons why I bought this reel on Wednesday, but kind of recap. It's a lot lighter than a lot of other 150 size reels, and because it's inshore, it's got higher quality aluminum compared to a normal Corrado, and it's just built a little bit better because it's inshore. It's got a bigger handle on there, but overall so far it's been handling skipping a frog really well. Very smooth still, just a lot of power. Loving this combo a lot. The frog is still kind of a playing around frog. Love the Scum Launch Series a ton, but I want to try some different frogs. So this is a Strike King frog. I forget what kind it is, but it's in a bone color. So it didn't equate to any bigger fish than a normal white or black frog, but I want to try something different. You know, everyone's, including myself, is throwing a white or black. So I just want to be slightly different. The big fish didn't care. They didn't eat it, so that was cool. But I feel like I got the same amount of bites as a white frog, black frog. I don't think color really matters right now. They're shallow. You're going to be able to see in a minute me explaining why I like the fishing areas I like to fish, but absolute awesome frogging combo. So today didn't plan out how you would hope. Get up early in the morning, go fish in the early mornings. I couldn't. I had to work. So I got out about noon and fished until about 4 o'clock. So I'm fishing kind of the heat heart of the day on a weekend, a little warm. But what I like to do in the summertime is find shallow cover with a lot of shade. I have a ton of confidence in it. It is easier when lakes have less of it because the bass will go over there more. But the lake I fish a lot, it's a lowland reservoir and it's got a lot of cover and a lot of shade. But I will go down a bank line. Doesn't mean every wood pile on a cover in the shade is going to have a fish, but majority of the time they are. But that's where mainly they were at. The other spot you saw on a rock point, it comes down fairly quick, but there was a lot of grass and there was bait in that pile in the area. So that's another big thing. I didn't find it on a side scan or a down scan. It's just a spot that I've fished there before in the spring and fall. It's usually a spring fall spot, honestly, because that rock holds heat. But they were there. There's a lot of little bass chasing bait, and once I saw that with the live scope, I decided to fish it and continue fishing it. But I mean, first cast was a shaky head. I get a fish. A couple casts later, I pick up a swim jig, and first cast was swim jig, I catch a fish. So I knew fish was there. Picked a couple more up with a drop shot, and then the wind was changing directions, and it kind of killed the bite. But if you have a low wind type fishery, or wherever you're fishing at, it's got a lot of wood and a lot of bigger shade pockets, big shade spots. I love throwing a frog, even today, 10 to 4. I've caught one of my biggest bass last year. Caught was just about 4 pounds, and I caught him on a frog in the middle of the day on July, actually 4th of July technically, at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because they will, if the bass are shallow, they're gonna move up in that shade, up in the cover, and just sit there and try and use less amount of energy because it is so hot, and wait for a meal to come by. And a frog is so perfect because you can walk it and then slow it down. And that's what I learned today was they didn't want my frog moving fast. Probably if I got there at 6 a.m., I probably could have walked this frog really quick, maybe once in a while pause, and they probably would have done really, really well. But they kind of liked it, walk, pause, wait 2-3 seconds, walk, pause. Big thing is just buy wood, if you see a log in the water, I kind of come up to that log and I'll sit. If I see no gap between that log and the next log, I might walk it straight to the next part of the log and then face the hooks towards the log. Because that's a big thing to upgrade your hookup ratio, is making sure the hooks are kind of facing where you think the fish are coming. If you're throwing in between 2 pieces of wood, it's kind of, you gotta hit and miss, you gotta take a chance. I would say walk one time towards the other wood, keep your hooks on the other side of the wood, the next rotation. But another big tip on the frog is to give them seconds. Been having a lot of hookup ratios issues this year ever since Indian Lake. Caught one good one and I've lost a bunch since. And I kind of realized I'm not giving them enough time. First couple of fish you saw, they were kind of pinned on the outside. Next 2 fish that I got hooked up, I gave them another second and they ate it really well. So give your fish time. I know it's top water. You want to crack them, but a frog, you do need to give them a little bit more time, not a ton. Let them hit. Literally, I count to myself. I count 1 Mississippi and then I hit. So I literally say 1 Mississippi in my head, just like that. I don't say really fast, really slow. 1 Mississippi, and I hit them, and I hit them hard. Because if you got a Dobbins Champion 735 with a Tranks, I know everyone says to run 50-pound braid, but I have always had confidence in 65. Call me lazy if you want, but I skip my frogs around wood. There is a difference in abrasive resistance. I actually used to work with a company that used to make thin braid, so I know how braid's made, and yes, there is a difference in your abrasive resistance, even with wood. So I ran 65 all day, and I didn't retie 1 time. And I hit them hard. None of my braid line is frayed. I got this thing stuck. That's why I go 65. If I was fishing an area that was less sparse, yeah, I probably wouldn't run 50 or 40, but because of what I do with my frogs, 65 is the way to go. That's hopefully, those are some good tips. Another big tip is slow down, especially that day. The shaky head bite, they bit it when it was not moving. A lot of them bit the drop shot when it's not moving. It's really hard even for myself to slow down because I want to move, especially when I don't see anything really juicy, like it's just a point. Well, how do I know the bass is even near my bait? But be confident, be very confident that there is fish there. If not, find some shade, find some wood. There's more likely a fish on that piece of wood. Very, very likely, especially if you're near points, near little coves, there's gonna be fish near his wood. So, once again, awesome day, awesome day. Going out again, hopefully catch them once again. But if you'd like to support the businesses that support me, all the contact information will be in the description. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.